if I took a loss, I'm a boss in my hood. Oh. I'm sounding like I'm Ross in the hood. Double cross me, I leave you on the cross in the hood. I'm good, I got new money. What's good, my peoples? Let me try to squeeze in another one before I gotta head to work, man. I've been working 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, man. I'm tired. That's why I ain't been putting out so much content, but bear with me, all right? On the left, we got the retail. On the right, we got the fake. These are the Ferrari 14s, all right? I am late to it. I should have been did this video, but like I said, I apologize. Number one, they both are size 10.5. The box is smaller on the replica, on the fake, and that's usually the case. They try to save money with shipping, so they try to make things smaller. It's not that they can't get the box right. They're doing that for financial purposes. So usually size 10 and under, the boxes will be the same size, but once you start getting to a 10.5, that's when the boxes start getting bigger. Other than that, you know, the box is not as good quality as the retail. You can see the different the shine. Got a different shine to it. The quality looks different. This one comes damaged because they even try to squeeze this one in a smaller box. So it comes damaged. Here goes the labels. Even the labels is not good. This got a shine to it. Let me show you. It's got a little shine to it, right? Well, it's matte right here, but it got a shine with the black. Let me check again if it has it. Nope. See, the 10 right here does not have a shine. It's just all matte. The whole thing is matte. So that's a clear difference too as well. You get into the paper. The front paper seems okay. Once you get into this paper, it looks different. Let me let me show you. The paper just looks different. You can see through this one. You can't really see through the retail one. Just different quality paper. Don't know if that means much, but just pointing stuff out. And try to get the same shoe. Should be the same shoe. So let's compare. Does it have a YCM sticker in here? Yes, it does. Right here on the retail. Let me check this one out. Oh, it does have one, but it doesn't have the lines on it like the retail one has. And usually the updated ones usually do have it the same as the retail, but this one doesn't. It just looks like a white sticker. All right, let me show you what I'm talking about. One second. I'm making a mess over here. You see those lines that's in there? It does not have that on the fake one. All right, let's get into it. Retail, Fugazi. All right, my retail. I have this. Let me see what I did with it. Might be on the other shoe. Yep. So on the retail, right? On the retail comes on the left shoe and it doesn't have a string attached to it. It's just straight up on the laces, right? On the fake one, it's on the right shoe and it has a little string attached to it. So, look, they could always change that. I'm just showing you right out the box. Some people get lazy. Some people just don't know. So if they're not in tune to it and you get a pair like this, yours is probably fake, all right? But let's get into the details. They're both the same size shoe. They're both for 10.5. The height of the shoe seems to be a little taller on the rep. And after this video, head over to my Instagram because I will post pictures, and you can see the details a lot clearer on the Instagram when it's photos. You can sit there and compare for real. I'm freestyling, so we're going through this together for the first time. I haven't looked at it yet. What I can see is the suede is different, a little different. It's hairier, much more movement on the retail compared to the fake. The red seems to be the same color. The yellow right here seems pretty good. This yellow Can't really see through it. This one right here, you can kind of see something in the back of it. So I think it's a little too clear on that yellow part. On the fake pair, the engraving of the tire tread looks like a deeper engraving on the retail compared to the fake. So you could tell that a little bit too as well. The Jumpman seems to be the same. 23 looks the same. The wideness of the shoe on the back, it pretty much seems the same to me from what I'm looking at. If you see something different, please let me know. I seen that girl, the girl that be authenticating shoes, and she's sitting there comparing the Ferrari, and she's like, she grabbed the shoe. First thing she always be like, yo, it smells good, right? Second, she like double stitching there, that's good. Well, guess what? This one has double stitching too. I mean, my retail has double stitching, but guess what? The fake one has double stitching too. She called it a Jordan man. So she said Jordan man there, Jordan man there. She started counting the Jordan mans, which are really called jump mans, but of course they're gonna have the same amount of jump mans on it. What does that have to do with authenticating the shoe? Then she started feeling the softness of the rubber down here, whatever material that is. Well, guess what? It's soft and got played with the replica too as well. So I mean, like, the things that she was telling on the video to tell that it was real really had no value to what you really got to look at to authenticate the shoe. So I mean, to me, she's just a big joke. I don't know about y'all, but for me, she's just seems like a big joke. Let's get back to my authentication. The carbon fiber print looks a little different. The pattern, you could tell it's a little different. Lighter gray on the retail, darker gray on the fake, and maybe that's what makes it look different. Also, maybe yeah, that's about it. Silver looks good. The silver looks good. The Jordan Man logo, that's what I'm gonna start calling them Jordan Man. So the Jordan Man logo inside that Ferrari logo looks pretty good. Not perfect. The silver lining around the Jumpman. Let me see if I zoom in. See the silver lining around the Jumpman or the Jordan Man. Looks very good, very clean. The Ferrari, the Jordan Man in there, the silver looks, a little bit more, not so good as the retail. All right. I wouldn't say it looks bad, but it looks not as good as the retail, right? That's that. Like I told you, the hair, the suede on there, definitely noticeable difference. The Jordan on the tongue looks pretty good. Can't really tell nothing. What I can say is the dots on the tongue, they're pretty like straight the whole time. The last row of the dots all fall underneath the stitch. If you can see that. This one, it seems that the dots kind of go a little bit diagonal because they're not like perfectly lined up underneath the stitch. Kind of go, you start seeing more space when it gets to over here. So, nobody's gonna see that on foot and stuff like that. I'm just helping you authenticate the shoe. The Jumpman on the toe, the fingers, like he barely has any fingers on the retail one. You see? Can't really see no fingers. On the fake one, you see 3 little lines, 3 little fingers. Now in the previous, like the older on 14s when they came out, it had the fingers like that. Now they kind of changed it and it looks like it's really no fingers. All right, other than that, the shape, it does seem to be a little bit overscaled. The shape is a little bigger, I believe. Not too much. The tongue, I think the tongue is taller, right? Look at the tongue. Comes up taller on the fake one than the retail. The Jordan, even though it does look the same, but look at the D. Pause. The D looks cleaner on the retail. So a little bit more so. Yeah, just a little bit. But if you look closely, right? Let me zoom in again. Look at the loops that it has on the top of the pause, on the top of the D, the bottom, at the top of the R, on the O, right? Those little loops. It has it here too. definitely has them. So, as I thought it was a little cleaner on the retail, but it turns out it's probably the same thing. I think this yellow piece is also a little larger than the piece on the retail. The laces look the same. Suede back here looks the same. On the back of the tongue, we got the Roman numeral 14, which looks good. Looks the same. It's actually where the lettering, the numbers is actually cut off, like right at the bottom. This kind of, you can see the whole thing. Now I don't know if it's like that on all of them. I will have to take out my other retail pairs to confirm that. I don't got time for that today. I don't even have time to weigh them. I will. I'll say this. Go check out my Instagram if you want to see the weight. I'll take pictures of the weight and put it on my Instagram. Paper seems to be, it's not that bad. Not that bad. Lace tips, they both have the Jumpman on it. Both chrome. Both look the same. Really no different there. Let me zoom back out. All right. Back of the tongue. You can see a difference here off rip. Look at the pressing, like the press around the tag. This is much bigger space than this. Much bigger. So that's completely different. You can see that. You can compare the numbers and all that, but just by looking at it like that, that's all you need to see. So if you get a pair, go straight to the tag. If it got that big of a space right there, that little white border, that's what I'm gonna call it, the border. The border is that big. Yeah, you got. All right, let's take the insole out. Easy to take out on both of them. They both got the cuts, 2 cuts at the top. Jumpman at the bottom. This Jumpman, the retail Jumpman is closer to the back of the heel than this one. This one has more space. Also, you can see like the folding of the Jumpman because it's not pressed on there properly like the retail one. Like you see it a little bit right here, but it's not coming off. It doesn't look like it got a bubble underneath. This one looks like it kind of got bubbles underneath. So much better placement. The Jumpman. They both got that blue on the back. No other. Oh, got the branding right there. The branding sharper, thinner font than this. This one's engraved, not engraved, but you can't see it like this one. It's thinner, and also you can read it better. The bottom one is the retail. All right. Let's look at the footbed. Footbed of my retail. The stitching don't even look that clean. But you see some red stitching down there, right? See the white stitching. You see white stitching above that white stitching going across. Right? It doesn't really look that clean. Then you got this one. You see a little red thread right there. So it does have a little red thread. White stitching looks even worse on this one. So, and there is no white stitching going across that way. So those are some differences, man. I also see some stamps in there. Some lines and some stamps on this one. On the fake, you don't see any of that. At least I don't. And y'all let me know if you do. And hit it with the black light. So this yellow does not glow. It doesn't give a glow effect. The yellow on this fake one does. So that right there. Like I said, sometimes the black light will help you. Sometimes it will not. In this case, it will. Because if your Ferrari logo glows like that, that means you got a fake. If it doesn't glow, that means your joint is good. Also, if you put the black light to the suede, it kind of gives like a yellow effect to it almost. On this one, it's just a dead red. So this one got a yellowish red. That glows on the bottom. That glows as well. Yeah, that's it. That's it for the black light. That's all that's gonna help you with. But that's a good amount of stuff right there. I think? I think that right there, this video right here should be very helpful for the people out there that want this shoe in the aftermarket, was not able to hit retail. You know, the silver actually does look a little different. It looks like a little bit more shiny on the fake than the retail. Am I bugging? Let me know, chat, in the chat if I'm bugging. Also, I believe like the gaps in between the tread right here is larger than the gaps right here. This comes to a sharp point. Every line that you see right here is like a sharp point. This right here is kind of flat. So, you know, 14s, they got work to do. You know, certain Jordan numbers they do very well in. Certain ones that are not popular, they haven't really got the small details correctly. Now on foot you will never know. On foot you will never know the difference. But look at the padding here in the back. You can see the details on it look a little different. The pores, you could definitely see more pores on the fake than the retail. They're smaller, and you know, that's that, man. So definitely they need work. On foot, you will not be able to tell. What y'all think about it, man? Let me know in the comment section. You already know the vibes. I love y'all. Thanks for rocking with your boy. You feel me? The love is real. You know I love y'all back, man. At the end of the day, rock what you like, not cause it's hype. Stand out and never blend in. Holla at me till next time. You heard? 100.